By far my most popular video has been my Obsidian farm, so I figured it was time that I showed you guys the new version and a little bit more in depth as to how it works. Hello everybody and welcome back to MineTech with me, Carburetor. Today we are going to be revisiting the Obsidian farm that I absolutely love, and so far you guys have too. As of the recording of this video, and I will literally go in and look at it on my YouTube page right now, and it's taking forever to load. It has 21,732 views, and that is just huge, and I want to thank you guys for all those views. I will ask just one more thing though. If you guys could go in, click subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. But anyway, let's get on with the video. Today we are going to be revisiting this, and I redesigned it a little bit better than the old one was, so hopefully this one is a little bit better than that one. You can kind of make a hybrid of the two if you really want to, but this is just the way that I decided to go. But anyway, let's get started. As you can see, first off, we have our hoppers going into our chests. This hopper is pointing into this hopper, and then this hopper is pointing into this chest. Then we have a solid block. Now I'm representing this with cobblestone here, but it could be any solid block. It has to be solid though. This comparator then pulls from this hopper, puts it into this repeater set to 3 ticks, which then goes into another solid block. Moving on to the next stage, you can see the hoppers that go up top here. This hopper cannot be pointed down into this one. You'll notice, and I'll get down another level so you can see, it is pointing into thin air. It needs to be like that. If it's pointing down, this comparator won't detect through it. It won't detect an item in this hopper. So that is a very specific key element that you need to keep. Then we just have these 3 collection hoppers. You could probably get rid of a couple of these, but I just kept them in there because it's a system of redundancy and it makes it so it doesn't break as much. Next, you can see we've placed another solid block on top of here, and we have the redstone dust going into it. That'll be feeding into the dropper that we'll get to next. But anyway, also you can see that I've extended back 2 blocks. That way when we build up the back wall here, you can see I can hit that block, but I can't hit that block. So that's just the border that you kind of need to follow so that it continues to work. Next, let's move on to the final stage, and you can see we built up this perimeter wall around here to keep the water in. We've also added a sign here to keep the water back. You could use a fence, you could use, well, I guess you really couldn't use a fence, but you could use a ladder, you could use all sorts of little tricks. You could put a pressure plate on this hopper here. There's so many little tricks. Next, also, you need to put a dispenser, not a dropper. One guy messaged me and he just went, "It's just shooting it into my hopper. It's not actually dispensing the lava. What the heck's going on?" Well, you're using a dropper. You need to use a dispenser. Which the difference between the two is the dispenser, when you craft it, has a bow in it. This one does not. And you can see that that redstone goes right into it, and it functions the exact correct way. And then we just have our items going up here into our little storage system. If you want, you could have the hoppers going into the side here, or you could even do like my old video. My old video had them going in from this side. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here all of a sudden. And put the activation button up here. I just decided to move it around like this just because it looks a little bit sleeker in my opinion. But these systems are evident to change as much as you want. So again, I'm just going to break down how this all works. When there's lava buckets inside of here, and let's go to this one for comparison. When there's lava buckets in here, one will dispense, and when you break the lava, and because I'm in creative mode, it's not dropping anything, it'll go down, and I'm just going to replicate it like that. You'll see it detected it with this comparator, sent it into this repeater, and dispensed the next block. And let's say that you got the bucket right there. It also detects the bucket. Now that explains why we need this set to 3 ticks. Now if you are on a laggier server like like, I play on Exuma's LPMT series and it is very laggy. I have this set to 4 ticks. It does slow your farm down and it does hurt efficiency. However, it makes it so it doesn't break. On a perfect world like this, 2 ticks actually works just fine. However, 3 ticks is my limit. That's where I would have it at. And 4 ticks is if you're on a very laggy world, that's where I would have it set at. And you can just sit here and just farm obsidian. I did think about making it into a clock, but the problem with that is if you stop and it just sits there and continues to run, if you like stop mining for some reason, it doesn't work as well. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this updated version of the obsidian farm. Again, please consider subscribing. All subscriptions really help me as I'm just this budding channel. But anyway, I hope to see you all next week.